Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, you can call me Anu. I know I'm not really doing a very good job at posting videos consistently because life has been super busy recently. But a fun fact, next week is literally the last week of classes. So in this video, I'm mainly going to discuss about the part-time jobs and how to apply for part-time jobs and that sort of stuff. So if you are planning to come to the UK very soon for your higher studies, and if you want to do a part-time job, this video is going to be very important for you. So before I speak to you about the main topic of part-time jobs, if you're planning to study in the UK, of course you must be in search of accommodation, and for that I have a really good platform for you. So let me introduce you to Unico. So Unico is a global leader in the student accommodation industry with more than 3 million beds and has a presence in more than 10 countries. So Unico has some really good policies such as no university, no pay, free of charge services, no deposit and all of that. Other than that, they provide really great incentives such as cashbacks and Amazon vouchers. If you check out their website, you'll find lots of accommodations with various kinds of room types. So if you're looking for studios or en-suites or non-en-suites or twin studios, you'll find all of that here. A really good feature you'll notice is that you can compare properties, and there's also a price match guarantee, which makes Unico a really good platform to select your accommodation based on all your criteria. Also, you will notice that the properties listed there have all kinds of amenities. Another good feature that I have to mention is group booking. If you and your friend are going to study in the same city, or if you got in touch with other people who will be studying in the same university as you, you can make your bookings together and get huge discounts. And other than that, you can refer your friend Unico and stand a chance to win £100 for every booking made with your referral. So definitely this is a wonderful option. Go ahead, check out their website, check out the properties listed there, book your accommodations through Unico. You will find the link to their website in the description box below. So now coming back to the main topic of this video, let's talk about part-time jobs. Now, if you're planning to study in the UK, it's going to be really difficult to manage money. I'm speaking from first-hand experience. I'm not trying to scare you, but just speaking from personal experience. I've been here for almost 6 months now, but I'm still struggling to manage money. I am doing a part-time job, but the cost of living is really expensive, and it's difficult. Saving is difficult. Whether you're working part-time or not, that's completely up to you. That's your decision. That also depends on how you think you will be able to manage your course, because of course you don't want your studies to affect because you want to do a part-time job. So yeah, if you want to ask me whether both are manageable or not, yes, they are. As you might already know, you can work only for up to 20 hours per week. That's the basic rule written in your visa. So you cannot work more than 20 weeks during term time. During holidays, you can work up to 40 hours. I'm sure you know the basic rules. But talking about the part-time jobs, there are lots of opportunities, but it also depends on places where you are. I'm studying in Exeter at the University of Exeter, and over here there are quite a lot of part-time jobs available for students. I am working at the university. I'll tell you more about that later. But there are opportunity at, supermarkets, retail stores, warehouse, all of that. But as far as I know, it is a bit difficult to get part-time jobs in certain areas. It really depends on where you are studying, where your university is located, because I know someone in Leicester, University of Leicester, and she was telling me about how hard it is to get a job in Leicester because just competition. Everybody wants a part-time job, so there are people still struggling to get jobs. Some people do get jobs with connections. It really depends. Talking about London, I have a friend in London, and she's told me that it's not that hard to get a job in London, part-time job. So yeah, it really depends on where you're studying. And please don't comment and ask what are the places where you can find jobs easily, because I have no idea. I'm studying in Exeter, so I can tell you about Exeter. It is not that hard to find part-time jobs here, especially if you start looking early. So yeah, also talking about the part-time jobs, let me tell you about the minimum wage. There's a minimum hourly rate that you will be given. It really depends on where you're working because some places offer a lot more. So at the moment, the minimum wage per hour for people of ages 21 and 22 is 9.18, and for people of age 23 and above it's 9.50 per hour. But I have heard that this might change, might increase in the upcoming April, next month. Basically, it really depends on where you're working because some places offer a lot more. My first part-time job here in Exeter was at a pizza place, and they offered me the minimum wage, and I was 22 at that time, so I used to get 9.18 per hour, and I worked for about, I would say, 16 hours if I'm not wrong. But then now I'm currently working at the university and they provide a lot more than the minimum wage. I also have friends working in retail stores like Primark, and I think the amount they pay over there is about £10 if I'm not wrong. So it really depends on where you're working and what kind of industry you're working in. Also, places like McDonald's, they pay a lot more, and their pay also depends on the time you're working. If you're working during the day, they'll pay a certain wage, and if you're working at night doing a night shift, you'll get a lot more. So it really, you understand, it really depends on the place, what time you're working and all of that. But then again, working a night shift comes with its own problems, and I would never encourage that because the pizza place I used to work at, that used to get over really late, and I used to go home at like 1 a.m. It didn't help. I had to stop working there eventually because the timing was not working for me. It was difficult managing classes next morning, if you know what I mean. So, but again, it really depends on you and what you're comfortable with. If you're comfortable working night shifts, go ahead. The pay is good, really good. And now again, coming to my part-time job, I'm currently working at a store in the university, and I would definitely recommend everyone to try to look for a job at the university because first, it's in your university. I'm sure it'll just be easier for you to work there. Other than that, universities pay a lot more than places outside. So from finance point of view, it's going to be really good for you. What I did personally, if you want to talk about like at the University of Exeter, apply as soon as you are here. If you are certain that you will need a part-time job to manage your daily expenses, then apply as soon as possible, because I know people who did not apply very soon and it was hard for them to get a job. It's not that they did not get a job, but they did not get jobs that they wanted, if that makes any sense. So if you are certain that you will need a job, start applying as soon as you're here. That's literally what I did. So definitely recommend applying to the university, not just Exeter, wherever you're studying. How would you do that? Just walk around the university, go to stores or whatever, wherever you want to work, stores, cafes, whatever. Tell them that you're looking for a part-time job, you're a student there, is there any availability? They'll let you know. So that was about working at the university. Other than that, if you want to work at other places or just look for part-time jobs, how will you apply? So there is an app. Actually, there are two apps that I'm aware of, which I've used. It's called Handshake and Indeed. So Indeed is a pretty common app. I'm sure you must be aware of it. So basically you will have to upload your CV and write a cover letter to them. I always recommend writing cover letters. Don't just send a CV. Other than that, there's this app called Handshake. I got to know about Handshake through my university. Part-time work that you'll find listed on Handshake is not really like store or restaurant or retail sort of job. It's more like internships. And these are internships that are relevant to your course. So, you know, these are things that can really add value to your CV. But of course, you can only start using your Handshake app after you receive your university email ID, and it's basically only after you come here. Also, something I really want to mention is that suppose you get a job, well done. What's next? You cannot start working without a few documentations. That's really important. Of course, you will require your BRP. You will get your BRP as soon as you come in the UK. You have to collect it either from university or the nearest post office. That really depends on what information you provide in your visa application. So yes, you'll require your BRP, and you'll also require a number called the NI number, It's the national insurance number. So you will have to apply for your NI number online. You can go to the UK government website. I'll put a link in the description box so you can just check that out. So yeah, it's like a regular form. You just have to put in your details and yeah, apply for the number. The actual NI number, it takes time, but you will get a reference number which you can use. So it's not really that you can't apply or start working before that. You can use the reference number. You can provide your employer the reference number until you get the actual NI number. And oh, of course, you'll also require a bank account. I'll tell you all about bank accounts in a different video. Also, something that I want to mention, I'm not sure if you're already aware, but you do not need to pay tax when you're doing part-time job. If your employer deducts tax, please get in touch with them because that's not supposed to happen. So that was pretty much everything that I wanted to discuss in this video. I really hope that you found this video helpful. My course is almost towards its end, so I will soon have a lot more time to upload, and I will upload, I promise. I know I keep saying that, but I will. Have faith in me, sorry. But I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please show your support. Like, share, comment. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That would really help me a lot. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys very soon. Goodbye.